Hi everybody, and welcome to what is our 11th episode of the Ambivan project. Normally on these episodes, you'd be seeing some type of summary of our last episode, and then I give you an introduction to the Ambivan project and what we're going to be doing today. However, I decided to come on here because I made a slight miscalculation, is what I will call it, in our timeline for this project. If you paid really close attention to the last couple of episodes, you'll notice that in episode 9, we installed the frame for the back door that we'll be building. And in the footage, you can see we've already welded on window frames and the remaining studs for the exterior walls. Episode 10, however, opens with us building said window frames and ends with us framing out around the back door. I could claim artistic license in fudging around with our project timeline, but that would have left me in a situation where I had all this unused footage from us actually building all of the exterior framing that I didn't just want sitting there. So today we're going to kind of play with the time-space continuum, if you will, and show Ryan and I putting up all of that exterior aluminum studs that you have seen briefly in some of our past episodes. Hopefully you enjoy today's episode and you stick around and hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and follow us for episode 12. We begin today's episode with Ryan solidifying the welds around the window frames. We have to ensure that these are securely in place so they support the windows without any issue. You'll see a lot of Ryan welding in this episode, but no footage of me actually cutting aluminum, which you may or may not be grateful for, given how slow and methodical I tend to be with my measuring and use of the chop saw. Better? Give me the thing. Give me that.
I think that's right.
Is it? For the most part, we welded the aluminum bars as they were, leaving some slight overhang at the back that we trimmed off when everything was in place. To weld pieces to these front corners, Ryan had used the Dremel to remove some of the old sealant material so that he could actually weld the aluminum to aluminum. We did our best to place the studs as evenly as possible. Almost everything was just about 14 inches apart, though you'll notice a few spots that jump around based on the placement of the original studs and our window frames. In total, we welded on 6 rows to each side. There are a lot of little gaps in the frame, specifically that first foot off each front corner. By that point in the day, I think I was tired of filming the same thing repeatedly, so you'll just have to use your imagination to envision us filling in those spaces. As we progressed, I occasionally forgot that my multitude of entry and exit points from the Ambivan were now cut off. There are a few moments captured on film in which I hit my head on an aluminum bar we had literally just installed. I don't begrudge Ryan the humor he derived from the situation, though I do recall having a noticeable goose egg on the back of my head by the end of the day, along with a pretty nasty headache. But I have no one to blame but myself.
Gloves, mask, gun, action.
Take it off. Not on the ground. Do it for the camera.
Do it for the camera.
Yeah. What are you measuring right now?
I'm measuring 15 down.
Why are you measuring 15 down?
Now we can put the sidebar on.
What is the sidebar for?
It's structural integrity.
Try again.
Siding
Yeah.
and structural integrity.
Well, it doesn't make it stronger.
Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
Lastly, we are going to get rid of these vertical posts blocking our view from the windows. I will tell you, at this moment is when I really felt like we were actually making progress. It was kind of crazy to be able to step inside the Ambivan and feel like there were walls and windows around us.
Ready?
Yep. We have a window.
Hey, howdy over there.
Hi.
I want to thank everybody for sticking with us through the journey thus far. It's been really exciting, and I hope that you have felt that way as you've watched us tackle this project. Please don't forget to subscribe so you can join us for the next episode and continue watching us converting our ambulance.
Knock it on